The Basques. Everyone who has visited the Basque country longs to return. It is a blessed land. Victor Hugo, French poet and novelist. The Basques, who live in the rolling foothills and plains east of the Pyrenees Mountains, have been considered the mystery people of Europe for hundreds of years. That is partly because Basque history has rarely been written from the Basque point of view. It is also because the ancient origins of the Basques themselves are so old they have been lost over time. As a result, it is an ongoing struggle to keep the Basque heritage separate from that of their more well known neighbors. The Basques may be the sole survivors of Europe's earliest modern humans, the Ice Age hunters, who drifted across the continent 40,000 years ago. Evidence suggests that by the Neolithic period, around 5000 to 4000 BC, people resembling the Basques had settled in the area known today as Euskal Herria, the Basque country. That may mean that the Basques have been living in their corner of the world for thousands of years when the Indo-European tribes invaded Europe in 2000 BC. Those tribe members are the ancestors of most of Europe's present-day people. The Basques have preserved their unique language and culture for 4,000 years. They have been able to maintain their identity despite many obstacles. Their identity has survived repeated invasions of armies and the division of the Basque homeland when the border between France and Spain was created. Between the 7th and 11th centuries, the Basques were a minority in their own land. Invading groups such as the Romans, Goths, and Franks controlled the land. However, the Basques still managed some independence by creating the Dukedom of Vasconia and the Kingdom of Navarre. Between the 12th and 15th centuries, Christianity was becoming the dominant religion of the Iberian Peninsula. Also, Spain was becoming a separate country made up of several different peoples. The Spanish rewarded the Basques for their loyalty by giving them certain rights known as fueros. At the same time, Basques had a government in place that centered on Biltzerak, or local popular assemblies. This form of government reflected the independent spirit of the Basques. The fueros were upheld by the Basque government. However, Basque unity was split by the creation of the border between France and Spain in 1512. A new chapter in Basque history began. For the past 500 years, Basque history has been split between and become part of the histories of France and Spain. In Iparralde, the northern Basque country, Basque culture suffered under the stifling French government. French officials insisted there be one government and one language for the entire country. From the early 16th century through the modern era, Basques in Iparralde have been continually denied their own government and the use of their language. In Higoldi, the southern Basque country, the fueros allowed Basques to be involved in the Spanish exploration of the New World while holding on to their cultural identity. Because of their involvement in Spain's voyages between the 16th and the 18th centuries, the Basques earned a reputation for being skilled and valuable sailors, traders, soldiers, and explorers. Christopher Columbus sailed on the Basque-owned Santa Maria with a predominantly Basque crew when he made his historic voyage of 1492. Juan de Elcano, the first sailor to circumnavigate the globe between 1519 and 1522, was a Basque. De Elcano finished the voyage after its original leader, Ferdinand Magellan, died in the Philippines. Basques were also prominent in the development of Latin America. Perhaps the most famous land-based explorer of Basque descent was Juan de Onate, who in 1601 traveled as far north as present-day Kansas. Later, he explored the Colorado River area, including what is today Arizona, to the Pacific coast at Baja California. It was also a man of Basque descent, Simon Bolivar, who rose up to challenge the Spanish Empire and lead the countries of Latin America to their independence in the early 18th century. Basques were thus central to the development of the New World and renowned for their strong and independent spirit. Yet major changes were to take place in Higolde in the 19th century. After two civil wars, a new constitution in Spain removed the Basque regional rights. After 1876, Spanish officials promoted the Castilian language and lifestyle as the only true Spanish culture. Modern industry also appeared in the Basque country. The new industry attracted large numbers of non-Basque people from other parts of Spain. Many Basques feared the influx of Spanish people and ways would wipe out their culture. This Basque nationalism movement reached its most troubling point in the Spanish Civil War of 1936 to 39. This war is perhaps remembered most for Nazi German planes bombing the Basque city of Guernica. Spanish dictator Francisco Franco ordered the bombing. Following the war, the Spanish government further suppressed Basque culture. The dictatorship, which lasted until 1975, prohibited all use of Euskara, the Basque language. Basques could not use their language in public or private. That meant Euskara could not be written in books or magazines or used in conversations. In school, Basque children were taught in Spanish and were forbidden to use Euskara. Furthermore, parents could not give their children Basque names, and any Basque words or names were removed from tombstones. After 1975, Spain became a democracy, and Basque culture survived Franco's attempt to erase its existence. Today, the Basque country remains politically divided, not just between France and Spain, but also within the Spanish state. The Basque Autonomous Community is made up of 3 of the 4 Spanish provinces. Nafarro is not included. However, past triumphs have given the Basques confidence in the future. If you go to the Basque city of Bilbao today, you will see a modern, thriving metropolis with industry and major stores, a modern communication system, and world-famous cultural centers.